welcome back. Oh gosh, guys, I have so much to share with you because this month has been, we're only 4 days in, so I guess I'm really talking about February, but this month has been honestly like kind of a whirlwind and like in a really good way, in like such a good way. So I want to start off by sharing some wins that I've had. The last few months, I feel like I've undergone like a really deep transformation and it's changed my work completely. For those of you who don't know, I just launched my newly revamped membership, The Temple. And it's a 12-month commitment because I'm all about commitment. And I feel like there is like a huge commitment wound out there for everybody who's scared to get into fucking relationships. And like not only that, it's just like commitment to self. So that's a really important piece of this membership is like, are you committed to showing up? Are you committed to showing up for yourself? Are you going to be all in on you? Like you're saying you want this version of you. How badly do you want it? Anyway, inside this membership, I'm so excited. That's honestly how I feel, but every time I talk about it, I'm like, it's like a excitement orgasm. I know, sometimes I don't believe the things that come out of my mouth either. Yeah, so how it's like structured is we're having like a theme of the month and I'm going to be uploading bi-weekly audios. So you'll get like an audio, like a mini training from me, and then an energy healing or an activation around that theme of the month. And then there's fucking monthly calls with me. Like that is the chef's kiss for this, I feel, because, well, we all want to learn from the experts, right? Yeah, so you're also going to get like a Telegram community exclusive for the Temple members only. And I'll be dropping stuff in there. You're going to have like your soul family in there. Like that's such a huge part of it, I feel. Like this container is specifically for people who are like black sheep in the family or in their friend circles, or they're like the outlier or the outcast, or they're the one who's like just doing things differently. And I wish I had a space for myself like that as I was like growing up, because I always kind of felt, I don't know, I just felt like I didn't really fit in anywhere, and I just thought that something was wrong with me, and I don't want people to feel like that. Like that hurts me so much, that there's so many people feeling like that they can't exist as they are, so this is the place for you to come and just be, and not just be, but you're going to be learning and becoming a different version of you, like one that manifests with ease, one that is like magnetic. We're going to be healing the masculine and feminine wounds. I'm going to be teaching you about energetics. We're going to be talking about conscious relationships. We're going to be talking about sex, sacred sex, and the importance of it, and self-pleasure, just like all these really juicy topics that I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about, and I'm going to be talking about it in a very different way. So if you haven't yet, go sign up. Go and fucking sign up, because you're not going to regret it at all. Like on the other side of this is like that version of you that's like calling you forward, and like your life could look so different in a year. Your life is always looking different, right, from day to day. But sometimes like when we look back at ourselves after a year, we're just like, holy shit, like I was in this space, and sometimes we're like, fuck, I'm so glad I'm not in that space anymore, me like 6 years ago. But like you're gonna start to see transformations immediately, because I infuse so much love and so much energy into all the uploads. Can you guys hear the dogs? Oh my god. So I'm moving. I love my home. I can't even think with these fucking dogs going nuts. The other day was I was teaching a yoga class, and one of my clients, she was like, It was online. And she was like, wow, those dogs of yours. She didn't know I lived in Mexico. And if you didn't know that, now you do. But she was like, oh my God, those dogs of yours. And I was just like, girl, those are not mine. They are de la calle. Like they're like the street dogs. And for those of you who don't know, calle is like street. Anywho, shit, I just kicked the stand. Yeah, so I was just like, shit, girl, like, sorry, like, you know, I can't really control the dogs, but like, yeah, like they have these like fits, and it'll go on for hours sometimes. So anyway, I'm moving for that, and also too, like, you can't hear them right now, but like the gallos, like the roosters, holy fuck, like at all times of the day, they are just cock-a-doodle-doodling, like. It's to the like it's honestly to the point where I'm like, I cannot anymore. And they've always been there, but I just feel like I love this home. Like, it has held me through some shit. Like, oh, and it's like, it's been my safe place since I got here to Vallarta, and I have so much space and my view. Oh my God, I'm gonna miss my view. I am. But like, it's that time. It's that time, and I know I'm gonna tell you a story. So like, I've been probably gonna tell you a lot of stories today, but I've been like house searching. I'm gonna tell you a story about this guy after too. Okay, focus, Sam. So I've been like house searching because I mean, over the few months, I've really, honestly, over the last year, I've been feeling the pull to move, and I was just avoiding it. And then some shit happened, and I was like, all right, fuck, like, now I really have to move. And, you know, too, like, because of the work that I do, especially like when I'm filming shit or I'm recording audios or whatever it is, like, you can hear the fucking noise in the background from the streets, and it's just like, it's so annoying, and I can only imagine like hearing that while you're in like a deep meditation or receiving an activation. Like it's not ideal. So anyway, I found this new place. I've been looking like everywhere, even like in this next state over, which isn't too far from where I live. It's like half an hour. And like, it's been crazy like how synchronicities just happen. So this one place I really liked, and it was like really modern. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And it kind of like just fell into my lap. Like, I actually went to go see another place, and then the agent who was showing me the place, she's like, what exactly are you looking for? Because this place that she showed me, I was just like, what is this? I did not like it. And she's like, hey, what exactly are you looking for? And I was like, okay. So I told her. Then, like, honestly, I think she thought I was stupid. Like, because you guys know I speak Spanish, but like, I'm not 100% fluent. I would say I'm maybe like 80%, okay? Which is a good amount. So, yeah, so when I first came in, there's like a whole bunch of apartments like in this like one kind of area, and she was like, yeah, the top apartment, it's like the owner's apartment, but he's like outside of the country. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, it's not for rent. I was like, okay, sure. So then after, when I told her what I was looking for, she's like, okay, let me show you another apartment. And I was just like, okay. So then she shows me the owner's apartment, and like he wasn't there. There's no furniture in it or anything. Like, I guess he just had it for him. I have no idea. Anyway. And she's like, so this apartment was so nice. I was like, oh my God, like, this is definitely where I'm supposed to live, or so I thought. Because instantly I was like, oh my God, yes. She's like, is this better? I was like, this is way better. Like, why wouldn't you show me this before? And I was like, oh, but it's not for rent, right? And she's just like, no, it is. What? Like, didn't you just tell me it wasn't? But okay. And she's like, don't worry, I'll talk to the owner. And I was like, okay, so let me know when you talk to the landlord. She's like, no, like it's for rent, so just don't worry, like it's all good. And I was like, okay. So anyway, she tells me a price. She tells me the price. It's like 1,000 more pesos than the one that I looked at before, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, I was good with the price. Later on that day, I was just like, I was calculating all my finances because I was like, okay, I gotta, you know, make sure that I can like provide for myself, you know what I mean? So then I just sent her a message. I was like, hey, I just want to confirm, like, is this amount of money? And she's like, actually it's she said like 500 pesos more, which is like $40, and like it's not a big deal, but I didn't like that she was like that she changed the price on me. And she's like, okay, it's this amount of money, but let me talk to the owner and see if he'll give it to you for the like initial price that she told me. I was like, okay, it's whatever. I just let her did her thing, even though I'm like, girl, just because I'm not 100% fluent in Spanish doesn't mean I'm fucking stupid. So that was like red flag for me. I was like, ugh. And I didn't get a good feeling about her even before she arrived, just the way that she was kind of like responding to me, and she was late. Oh my God, I can't tell you guys. I fucking hate when people are late. I hate it so much. Like, my time is so valuable. Do not disrespect it. I hate it. Anyway, so then she was like, so she got back to me and she's like, okay, he's willing to give it to you at this price, but you have to make the deposit today. I was like, whoa, slow the fuck down. And I told her straight up, I was like, you're not even giving me 24 hours. And like, I was very direct with her. I was like, you know, like, this is not right. You need to give me at least 24 hours. And I don't want to enter a contract, like both like physically, like a physical contract that I'm going to have to sign, and energetically, because when you sign for a home, you're entering an energetic contract as well too. And when you enter energetic contracts, any type of contract with pressure, and you're not sure and you have some doubts or you have some bad feelings, well, that's not setting a great intention for the container itself, right? And your home, especially like your home, is like, it's a portal for you to receive. It's a reflection of your inner world. So you best believe, like, I'm not fucking rushing into shit, and like, I'm grateful that I don't have to rush into shit because like I have my home right now. But yeah, so anyway, I just told her straight up, I was like, you're not even giving me 24 hours, so like, just let me think about it first. And I still have to talk to like the owners whose house I'm in right now, because I have a contract with them too that I would have to leave early. And she's like, okay, do you want to like let me know tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow. And this is what I mean, guys. Like, don't let people fucking push you around. Honestly, don't let people push you around. If someone is saying something to you and they're making you feel pressured, you can say no and you can set your boundaries. Because as soon as I set that boundary, like, her tone changed, you know? And just like, if you're watching this, you're probably someone who's like very soft-hearted, very soft-spoken, like myself. Don't let people be fooled like that your kindness is like not even a weakness, but like, don't let them fool you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't feel bad to tell people shit, okay? You're not mean for doing that, and you still get to be a good person. And in fact, it shows that you have self-respect, okay? So anyway, I told her, I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. I knew that I wasn't going to go through with it because I was like, I'm not even having the conversation with my landlords because I want to make sure that I am actually sure about what I'm doing. And I felt into it, like I muscle tested. I closed my eyes, I connected with God too. And I was just like, listen, like what's happening in this home, and like what's happening with like the owner and the agent, because I'm like I wasn't getting like a full body yes after that, you know? And basically, like, this is the message I got. It was like, listen, like, God was telling me, okay, yes, you walked into that home, you felt good in there. It was exactly what you wanted, right? But sometimes what you want is not what you need, right? It's not what you need. And like, things can look really nice packaged, but once you take off the wrapping, it might not be what you expected, right? And so God told me too that, like, yes, I know that you love this home, and I know that you connected with it, but do you trust me? Can you let go of it? And can you say no? Because you're feeling something, you're feeling your intuition. I'm talking to you and telling you that this is not what it seems like. It's not what it's presenting itself as. Can you trust me? Can you trust yourself and what your body, what your intuition is telling you? And I said yes. Right? Now, of course, there was some logic to it of like how these people were showing up for me. But also, too, I could have written off of this as like, oh, like that's just business, you know? And I don't do business like that. I don't like pressuring people into anything. There's a difference between like inviting people and them being sure about you. But like in my containers, it's like, no, I'm fucking magnetic. If you want to work with me, I'm here, and I'm here to help you understand or help you make the decision too, right? But I'm never going to, I'm just not pressuring people into fucking contracts with me. I don't do that. I think I did that before when I first started my business, because I was told to by a business coach. And thank God I had like such a beautiful client who trusts me with her life. But yeah, like it's not a great way to enter any type of container, a relationship, a home, whatever it is, you know? Anywho, so I said no, okay? Said no, and that was that, you know? I felt confident in it. I was like looking at the pictures again of the home, and I was like, I saw it differently. It's almost like God kind of like took the like rose gold lenses off of my eyes, and I started to see it differently. Like, even though it was such a beautiful home, and I sent it to like my best friend too. She's like, holy shit, like this is fucking nice. I was like, I fucking know. But I saw through like the fanciness of it, you know? And this is where energetics come in, and like learning how to work with energy, learning how to read energy. Like, you don't just read energy off people, you can read it off situations, off places, just like anything, because everything is energy. Like, have you ever like looked at a color and noticed that it just like didn't make you feel good? You know, it's like you look at that color and you're like, ugh, right? Because it's an energy, right? Anyway. And because I said no to that too, I also gave permission for someone else to have their dream home, because it wasn't mine, you know? Okay, so let's like fast forward. So then I went to go see another place, and this place was like, it was nice. But the fucking gallos, like there's fucking gallos everywhere. There's so many roosters here, and it's like, I just can't. Like, I honestly cannot. So I said no to that place. I said no to so many places. And then yesterday, okay, so let me give you a background. Okay, my landlords, I have such a beautiful relationship with them, like the ones whose house I'm living in right now. And like, they're so fucking nice to me. They take care of me, like anything I need. It's like, they're like, yeah, we're here to help. Like, and they'll drop, and they don't have to do this. I don't expect this of them, but like, they literally will just drop everything and like come and help me. Like one time, oh my God. One time there was a big ass spider in my shower. It was like after I came back from Colombia, I was like not home for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I came back and like I'm not fucking kidding. I've never seen a spider like this here. This spider was like fucking this big. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, I'm not killing that. Like, I don't know what to do. I fucking called my landlord. I was like, can you come here? Can you come here and take care of this? Oh my gosh. He didn't end up coming because my neighbor ended up coming to do it for me. But he was about to, you know? And so it's like, it's a son and a father. And like, oh my gosh, like the dad, he's such a sweetheart. Like they just, I'm so sad. I'm so sad that they're not going to be my landlords anymore. Like I am like actually heartbroken about it because, I don't know, they just treat me like family. Like the dad, he's so sweet. He's always like just so loving. He went to Colombia. Okay, you see that? Which way is this? Fuck. See this? This painting right here? So they're hummingbirds. Now, there's a whole story about like why I'm so connected to hummingbirds, why it's like my spirit animal. That's for another day. I'm not even gonna go into that, but it's like hummingbirds have been such a deep part of my awakening journey. And so I found, like, I bought this painting downtown, and it's like from like a local artist here. And so sometimes like my landlords will like come to the house because they have to do maintenance, or I don't know, they have to do shit sometimes. So he saw this painting and just like put 2 and 2 together that I love hummingbirds. This guy, so he likes to travel. He went to Colombia and he brought me, let me show you, hang on. It's so sweet. Hold on. So he bought me this necklace. So in Spanish, a hummingbird is called colibri. And so like, look at it. Look at how beautiful it is. Like, this is handmade. These things they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. Like, look at this. Look at the fucking details. So, brought me this from Colombia. This was like 2 years ago, though, I think. I've been in this house for like 4 years. So anyway, yesterday, the son calls me and he's like, well, okay, I was sleeping when he called. I was taking a nap. So I didn't see his message till like an hour later. And he's like, oh, like, my dad's there. Can you come down for a second? And I was like, shit, I'm so sorry. Like, I was sleeping. I didn't know that he was coming. He's like, it's okay. My dad left you something downstairs. And like, this is the funny thing. So I got a message from like a number that I don't have. And I had his dad's number. And anyway, I got a message from this number that I don't have. And it was like a painting. And he's like, how do you like this painting? And the painting was like a hummingbird. So imagine, I'm like, who the fuck is texting me? I don't have their number. And how do they know that I like fucking hummingbirds? So I'm like, what the fuck? And like the way that his dad types is like, it's like kind of like gangster. Like he talks like in slang. So I was just like, oh God, like, who is this? I was about to block them. Thank God I didn't. But then the son told me, he's like, my dad left a painting for you downstairs. He went to Cuba and thought of you and brought it back. What? Like, this guy went to Cuba, saw a painting of a fucking hummingbird, and brought it back for me in his suitcase. Let me show you the painting. So this all happened yesterday, okay? Let me show you this. It's so beautiful. Oh shit, sorry. Okay. Like, look. Oh my god. And then apparently, like, this wood, you can't see it, but it's like high class wood apparently. I don't know. That's what the son told me. So anyway, I received this painting yesterday. And I'm like freaking out in my head. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, how am I going to tell them that I'm moving? And I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna be upset? And like, you know, I was just like, and I honestly, like, I shed a little bit of a tear because I was just like, this is such a thoughtful thing. Like, it's such a thoughtful thing, you know, like when people pay attention to what you like and then they gift those things to you and you don't have to ask for it. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is just like, for me too, like, and this is what I talk about in the membership as well too, is around healing your relationship with the masculine. So I want to use this as an example of like the way that my landlord, who is a man, okay, he's an older man, showed up for me and continues to show up for me, like not just through gift giving, but like through genuine love, genuine care, you know, like just sees me for me. It's really important, especially if you have father wounds, to allow yourself to be received by the masculine. And it's not just like romantic partners, but it's by your friends, it's by your cousins, it's by your brothers, it's by even your dad. Like, if that's available to you, you know, I know sometimes people are on their own healing journey and they may not change in the ways that you need them in this lifetime. And I know that that's really hard. But this is how you kind of like heal this wound, is like opening up yourself and your receptivity to other males to show up for you in these ways because they're meant to, you know? And I tell you these stories, for a reason, because I want to link it back to like, you know, my work, obviously. But this is something that I see happening online, in person, where it's like people are just fucking hating on men. And I'm gonna be fucking frank with you. If that's you, like, this is not the space for you. Like, I am not the feminist who is like a man hater. I love men. I have compassion for them, even the ones who are wounded. Does it mean that we tolerate shit from men? No, we don't tolerate shit from anybody. Right? Like, no. But I just feel like men have it very hard right now, and like there's some really, really fucking nice guys out there, you know? So, and you will find those nice men when you heal your relationship with the masculine. Because if you find yourself in constant patterns, and hey, like, I've been guilty of this too in the past. If you find yourself in constant patterns where you're in relationships or even friendships where you're attracting people who like are not showing up as their masculine, in their masculine leadership and in their divine masculine, then we have to look at like why they're still in your life, why you're tolerating that, you know? So anyway, okay, so back to my story, because, you know, we're also talking about synchronicities. Synchronicities, I don't know. Tomato. So anyway, he gives me this painting yesterday, and I go to see this house. And I was going to cancel seeing this house because I was like, you know what, maybe I should just stay until the contract's over, which is in August, and we are in March, so it's like a little whiles away. I was like, maybe I should just stay, you know, I'll save my money, and I'll just be here, you know? And I was just like, no, Sam, like, you cannot fucking do that. Like, you cannot survive another, like, even month here. So, like, and I have a lot of space in March right now. So, like, it's honestly the perfect time for me to move. Anyway, so I go to see this house, and I'm like, oh my God, like, this house is so nice. And it's, like, new. Like, literally, it's not even done yet. Like, the renovations are not done yet. It's almost done. And I meet the owner, and he's super nice. You can tell, like, you know, like, when you are, I mean, I can read people, and I can read their energy. So it's easy for me to like, see right through them. But, yeah, like, this guy, he's nice. He's nice. He also too, like, he asked me, and this is what I liked. He's like, oh, like, so, like, what do you do? And I told him, and I was like, yeah, you know, so this place that I have, it has, like, 3 rooms. One of the rooms is, like, really small. But I was like, yeah, you know, and he's like, are you gonna be, like, living by yourself? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, wow. And I'm like, you know, I was like, yeah, like, he's like, oh, you can make one of the rooms your office. I'm like, that's actually my intention, that's why I wanted more than one room, because right now I have my bedroom, and then, like, my living room area is kind of my office, and it's also, like, my living room area is also, like, where I, like, chill, you know, so it's kind of, like, enmeshed, and I feel like I need, like, border separations, you know. So yeah, anyway, he's like, yeah, we can make it into an office, and, like, we went into the room, and he was like, yeah, we can put this in, like, whatever you want, like, we can set it up, I'll help you. I was like, that's nice, thank you. And I'm not even surprised, you know, like, I am not surprised, because, and I say this from a place because I'm like, I want you to know that this treatment is available to you, from men, from women, from anybody, okay? Like, people just want to do shit for me. Like, this is not the first time where people offer to do things for me, or people give me shit. Like, it happens to me all the time. So yeah, anyway, so I see the house, and I'm like, I fucking love this house. I'm like, I'm super interested. And I even asked him, like, so this is the price? And he's like, well, you know, like, we could lower it. And I was like, okay, thank you, you know? Yeah, so then I went outside. I called my Uber. I'm waiting for my Uber, and then I look up. So where this house is, it's, like, on the 2nd floor. I look up, and I see a fucking hummingbird flying outside the door of the house. What? And okay, I know I live in Mexico, but, like, you don't see hummingbirds every single day. You would think you do, but you don't. Of course, they're more common here than, like, in Canada and the US. But actually, the first time I saw a hummingbird was actually in Canada, in my parents' garden. So that's, like, the story linked to it. Is, like, basically, like, I was meditating, and I heard, like, wings flapping, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I woke up, and I opened my eyes, and literally, like, the hummingbird was, like, right in my face. I was like, oh my God. I just felt like it had a message for me, you know? It was just, like, affirming me that I was on the right path, and I will never forget that moment. And ever since then, I've just been so connected to hummingbirds. So yeah, every time I see a hummingbird, like, if I'm thinking about something, I'm worried about something, or I'm like, fuck, I'm not sure if this is the right decision, I always get that confirmation. And like how, and if you guys know hummingbirds, like, they'll fly in one space for, like, a second, and then they'll fucking fly off. Like, they're fucking fast as fuck, right? So what are the chances that I was, like, waiting outside for my Uber, and I looked up at that exact moment to see that hummingbird? Like, fucking God talking to me, saying, yes, this is your home. Yes, this is it. This is why you said no to the other place. And also, too, this place is, like, walking distance from my gym, from my Muay Thai and boxing gym. So yeah, and it's like, it's not far from things. I just feel so blessed, you know. I feel so blessed because I just know that this home is going to be a huge receiving portal for me in so many aspects. Like, I'm just so fucking excited. I'm so excited. And the place is so nice. It's so nice. I can't wait to wake up there and just like be in my creativity. You know, like this work that I do, it is my creative outlet, and I love what I do. Like, see, like I just like love talking to you guys. I love sharing my life, and I also love teaching about these things too, and how life, like all these experiences are beautiful reflections if we can find the deeper meaning in it. This is what I love about life. This is what I love about spirituality too, is like there's deeper meaning to everything. And people will say like, oh, like, and there's truth to this too. Like, I mean, everything is nuanced, but like, don't take things so seriously. But it's like, sometimes I just love knowing the meaning of things and like what it means, or making meaning of it for myself, you know? Because I could have been like beating myself up of like, oh, I should have taken that other house. And, you know, that other house was like, I mean, aesthetically, like it was nicer maybe in a sense, but this was more like, okay, for those of you who don't know, I really love marble. I love marble so much. And this place that I'm moving to, it has like marble everywhere on the fucking ceiling. It's so nice. Like the counters are, oh my God. I'm so excited. And it's great too, because like I just launched my membership, like I told you, and I'm actually working on a mastermind that's going to be epic. Okay. It is a higher ticket. It's higher ticket. Oh my God, I'm tired. But it's going to be so worth every minute. So juicy. Even the membership, like, come into the membership, shit's gonna like pop off for you in your love life and your finances, and like within yourself too, you know. So yeah. Yeah, so I feel like the point of why I was telling you all these stories is because when you are so divinely connected, you can't be steered in the wrong way. You always are like a choice away from a different life. Okay? Every choice opens up different doors. Every choice just leads you down a different pathway, and you get to consciously choose it. And I know a lot of people are dealing with decision fatigue, and I know a lot of people are like living in fear around like if they made the right decision or not, and then they're like dwelling on it and they're overthinking it. And it's like, okay, take a step back, slow down, and just ask God. I fucking talk, honestly, like, if someone lived with me, they probably think I'm fucking nuts, but I don't give a fuck. But seriously, like, I fucking talk out loud to God all the time. Like, even today I launched my membership and I was like, all right, I did it. I listened because, you know, God told me, the divine told me, this membership was birthed through the divine. It was not through my human self. So anyway, after launch, I was like, all right, I launched it. I promoted it. I talked about it from my heart. And I'll just wait now. And I'm going to continue to show up for it, you know? This is the thing about being an entrepreneur, is like, you got to show up. You got to fucking show the fuck up. Even when it doesn't make any fucking sense. Even when you don't want to show up, you got to show up. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I just like, I want to share these things because I want you guys to know that you can have a life like this too. I'm not saying my life is perfect, but like I am genuinely in love with my life. Like I never in a million years that I'd be living in Mexico. Okay, like I didn't even know where Puerto Vallarta was until I moved here. And then like I just ended up staying because I followed these like intuitive nudges. I followed the guidance of the divine, you know. And honestly, like so many people, I mean, with all decisions I make, some people think that like I'm stupid or, you know. And it's like, don't let people's fear sway what your guidance is telling you, because their life, their pathway might be different than yours, and that's okay. None of us are like right or wrong for whatever pathway we're on, but just like don't listen to people who are intentionally or unintentionally like fear mongering. Okay. And not just people, but even your own inner voices inside of your head that are instilling fear into you that are probably not yours. Okay. And you just gotta trust, like you just gotta fucking surrender, because I know a lot of us can like be in our hypermasculinity. They can be, you know, highly, hyper independent. And I mean, that can make us feel good for a certain amount of time because we feel like we're in power and we have control over things. But what that's going to do is it's just going to like keep you in burnout. It's going to keep you in burnout. You're not going to be connected to your intuition. Well, I mean, your intuition's always there, but it's like you're not going to feel as connected to it because you're doing a million things. And in order to connect to your intuition, you got to slow down. You got to slow down. You got to take time to like feel your body and be in your body. Like a lot of, sorry, I gotta drink some water, but a lot of people just don't know how to be in their body because they're in survival mode. And like, that's not their fault. It's not a blame game here, but it's your responsibility to bring yourself out of that, you know? 1 second. So, I don't know where to put this now. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, oh, you guys want to know the story about this? Okay. So I'm a little bit obsessed with bubble tea. I go to this cafe a lot, mainly because I just like love the staff there. That's what I mean, guys. Service is everything. Because like if they weren't there, I probably wouldn't go. Sorry, my mic is like, I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, service matters. Because yeah, like if the staff weren't there and weren't who they are, like I wouldn't be going there. I mean, I love the drinks, don't get me wrong, but truly I just like love being in their energy, and we've grown to become friends, and it's just so nice. So look at what they got me. This is so cute. I haven't named him yet. I mean, I feel like boba is like obviously makes sense, but I don't know. Does he look like a boba? No idea. Anyway. All right. Well, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed now. Hope you guys enjoyed my story time, and I really hope that you receive something from, you know, these like living experiences that I'm having. And if you can take anything from this, is just like practice daily connecting to your intuition and connecting in the ways that feel good for you to God. And like, so for example, like I told you, I talk out loud, and I can hear things and I can see things and I can feel things too, like all the fucking things. It's like overwhelming sometimes. But that's where like your energetic hygiene comes in too. So, and that's what I'm gonna be teaching about in the membership as well. Like, guys, like this membership, bring it up again. I'm just so in love with it. Sorry. I am so in love with this membership, and yeah, like it's just like no other. You're gonna grow so much in it on like physical, energetic, heart, mind level. It's all the things. All the things. Okay. I am gonna go to bed now. And thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you inside the temple. I love you, my safe haven sweeties. You guys are the best. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.